Welcome back, students. So this time we're going to have another exciting activity about electric circuits. In your activity book, this is worksheet number 5 and the title is How Does a Steady Hand Game Work? We're going to have a game here. If you can construct your own game like this, okay, that will be great. The aim of this activity is to analyze the electric circuit in a steady hand game. It seems that the electric circuit here is quite complicated and we're using a buzzer. Okay, later I will be focusing on the electrical components for this steady hand game. So this one I bought from an online shop, so it's already a built one. Okay. However, we cannot really see the parts inside. I will just explain to you the different parts later on. We tried to make another one here, a model like this one, so that you can see the electrical components and understand how the electric circuit works here. So I'll be focusing on the different parts and explain it to you. So you have here the steady hand game uses a buzzer in its electric circuit. If the metal loop we are holding touches the bent metal wire, so we have here the metal loop. Okay, for this one, for this game, we have here the metal loop. Okay, can you see it? Okay, there, it's a loop. And if it touches the bent metal wire, so you have here the bent metal wire, okay, and in our model here that we have built, we have here the bent metal wire, okay, and we have a very small metal loop here. The electric circuit will be closed and the buzzer will make a sound, okay, using this one first. Okay, so if you're going to see here, I have here the switch. And right now, okay, you can already hear the sound. So the metal loop here, when it touches the bent metal wire, I think I need to come closer so that you can see. Okay, so the metal loop here, all right, and the bent metal wire here. Okay, so it's like a switch. The metal loop is like the switch. So what happens now is that, okay, so when it touches this one, it becomes a closed circuit. Alright, now inside this one, this part here is the buzzer. Okay, so it becomes a closed one. Okay. There's also the light, if you have noticed. Okay, it lights up, it becomes a closed circuit. Okay, it's too noisy now. Okay. But this one is louder. Let's see that. Okay, so let's turn that off and save the battery. Okay, let's go now to this one. Okay, let me just put this closer to you, so I hope you can see the parts. Yeah. Okay, so you will see here, okay, the buzzer. The battery, we use the 9 volts one compared to the round ones, which is only 1.5 volts. Okay, so the electric current that is flowing on it, it's weaker. Okay, so now we have here the bent metal wire and we have an improvised switch here, which you also did before. Okay, we have here the metal pins and the paper clip, okay, that will open and close the circuit. Now this one, this pole here that you will see, the stick is wood. Electric current cannot flow through it. Yeah? It's only to hold the bent metal wire. Now let's start with this game. Okay, I hope that this one will work. Okay. Okay, so the switch is this one. Okay, right now the metal loop is touching, okay, the bent metal wire. Okay, so it becomes a closed circuit, but because of the switch is open, it's still an open circuit. Okay, so let's try to close it. It's not working. There may be something loose somewhere, or I wasn't really able to touch it. Okay, like that. Make sure that the two ends of the wire are touching, okay, the both ends of the battery, the positive end and the negative end, but still not working yet. Okay. All right, for this one, it's only using a buzzer. We don't have the light compared to the other game. Okay, so let's try to see the different electrical components again. Okay, we have here. Okay, you will see here the connection to the buzzer. Okay, by the way, the black one here is the negative one. The positive one is this, the red one. Okay, so that's it. Yeah. So let's try to look at the different electrical components, okay, of this. So first we have here, okay, again, the steady hand game, which I bought from an online shop. You have here the metal loop and the bent metal wire there. So when it touches, by the way, the switch is here, okay, but of course you cannot see the connection yet. Okay, so you have here the light, the bulb or the lamp, okay, there. So it becomes a closed circuit. So when you play this game, make sure the metal loop should not touch. Okay? So whoever reaches the end of this bent metal wire without closing the circuit is the winner. To modify the game, you can also put a timer. Yeah? So whoever is the fastest, okay, to reach the end of the loop. So we have here the different electrical components. Of course, the rectangular battery, the 9 volts one, okay, it's quite strong. So you have to be careful because this will heat up easily. Yeah, the wires here, the open wires. Okay, this one is the negative end, and this one is the positive end of this battery. You can see from there the sign. Yeah. All right. Now this one, the positive end is connected here for the positive wire. You will see here the red wire, okay, on the buzzer. And the other end, okay, so we try to trace it there on the other end, okay, here, the metal pin. Okay, so it should be a metal so that electricity can flow through. So you can see it once you close the switch, yeah, so the buzzer will sound. Okay, because if you keep on tracing it, just like a road, you know, if your car can travel all the way to the other end and then go back to your home, okay, all right, so it becomes a closed circuit unless, okay, you don't let the loop touch this one, so it becomes an open circuit. Okay, there you go. Tan, 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 tan. Okay, so you have there the bent metal wire and connected to the negative end, and it's going to be a closed circuit once you close the switch. So right now it's, oops, what happened? There may be some loose. Okay, so if it's not working like this, probably there may be something loose, yeah, okay, or not touching. Oh, there, see? So this one got off. Okay. So it should really be touching, eh? Okay, so I'm locking it now like that. Okay, so let's play the game. All right, so it's quite noisy. Okay, let's start here. Okay, I'll try my best, but my hand right now is shaking. Okay, so it's a closed circuit. Alright, wait. This one, open circuit. Oops, closed circuit. Open circuit because, oh, closed circuit again because it's touching, yeah? So you see, so if it's not touching like this, you see that one? Okay, the loop is not touching the bent metal wire. Once it touches, it becomes a closed circuit. Like that. If the switch is open, okay, then it becomes an open circuit because there is a gap. So with the loop, okay, there will be a gap if the loop metal loop is not touching the bent metal wire. There's a gap. And when there's a gap, that's what you call an open circuit.